Jackie Lefebvre's greatest joy is to help others live the life of their dreams and live the freedom that they dream about. Jackie uses her intuition and spiritual tools to help her clients to become the leader that their vision needs them to become. As a Reiki master and an EFT practitioner, meditation teacher, crystal and energy healer, she's also a spiritual counselor who focuses on strategic alignment to your business, to your vision, and to the leader that your vision requires you to be. Help me to welcome Jackie Lefebvre to the show. But first, a quick message from our sponsors. Healing begins when we make a conscious shift to do so. Make a shift with Chakra Wanda at chakrawanda.weebly.com. Get weight loss and cleansing off to a fast start with the 9-day supply of the Cleansing and Fat Burning System. You may experience greater energy, weight loss boost, improved muscle tone, balanced digestion, reduced cravings. Find it at rectorwellness.com. Hey, thank you so much for tuning in to this week's conversation. I'm really excited about my next guest, Miss Jackie. And Jackie, please, 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 how do you pronounce your last name?
It's Jackie Lefebvre.
Lefebvre?
Yes.
Okay, so Jackie Lefebvre, yay! Thank you so much for joining me today. I appreciate it.
Well, you're welcome. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So I just want to go ahead and get started. And I want to know, why did you decide to get into the field that you're in right now?
So the reason I decided to get into it is that I knew I needed to do something different. I had a burning desire to do something. And in the back of my mind, it was the spiritual stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But I couldn't come to terms with that. Eventually, I did come to terms. But the reason why is because there had to be something else, and I was tired of the typical 9 to 5, the commuting, the extra stress that we have to deal with when we're working for an employer.
Oh, yes, I know that well. I remember, some years ago, I was working for a security firm. And I was literally on my way to work, and I don't know what you want to call it, but it was like all of a sudden I just felt bad. I had like this electric feeling just kind of go through me, and I just made a U-turn and went home, and I actually quit that day. I didn't like it. I just didn't like it.
Good for you for listening to your messages and your intuition.
Yeah, and see, and I didn't know that then. I had no idea. I was like, well, whatever. I'm just going to go home and tell my husband and just, we'll get through this. So with your, I'm curious because I know a lot of guests that I've had on the show, a lot of their family and friends were totally not supportive with what they decided to do. So were your family and friends supportive?
I actually did not consult or talk to anyone about it because I was scared that they would crush my dreams and crush my goals. So I did not want to have anybody trying to talk me out of something that I wanted to do. Mm-hmm. Because I wasn't confident in how I would overcome those arguments or those discussions at that time. So I kept it very quiet, very close to my heart, and I just started working on it until the dream became big enough for me that I could, quote unquote, step out of the closet.
Yeah.
And say, okay, I'm here. This is what I want to do, and support myself.
Oh, wow. See, and I really love that you shared that, because a lot of people probably wouldn't have thought to just keep it to themselves. They would have thought of the idea, got excited, and then rushed and told everyone, but I think it is very important to be mindful of what you share with your families, like you said, until you were ready to come out of that closet and just go full force, right?
Yes, yeah. Sometimes we need to protect our dreams till we feel confident enough in them and strong enough that we can move forward in the manner we want to.
Perfect. Yeah, I really like that. And I wish I would have done that in a lot of things. Um, Goodness. Yeah, if I only would have known you then.
Oh, everything for a reason.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, I mean, why did you decide to really get started in your field? You know, was it a what was that thing that told you?
Um, so what I knew that I wanted to do was I wanted to own my own business, but I couldn't come up with what type of business that was. So every time I would think about it, owning a restaurant or a bar or even, you know, a small shop selling something, nothing pulled at my heart. Nothing felt important enough for me to do. The
Mhm,
only thing that I was continually drawn to was my energy work and crystals and all sorts of metaphysical type subjects.
mhm,
And I found them very, very interesting. It wasn't until I thought that, you know what, with the internet and with social media and with, you know, all the technology we have, that I started to think that it was a possibility to move forward in the spiritual realm, living in a small rural community,
yes.
that I could make a go of it. So what helped was continually looking for what would bring me the most joy, what would bring me the most happiness, what would cause my heart to just jump up and down with excitement.
Right.
And all of our lovely technology today has allowed me and many others to step out and do this kind of work.
Absolutely. And I'm glad that you're doing it. But, you know, so you said that you started this in living in a small community. Um, Once you got out that closet, how did that community respond to what you do?
Some people were surprisingly more open to it than what I had thought because they were also not very vocal or not very outspoken about their spiritual beliefs.
Mm,
Other people did shy away, and that's totally okay because I don't match with what they believe to be true.
right.
And many others just um, shrugged their shoulders and went on with whatever was there. So all the fears that I had in my head about not being accepted and being too weird for everyone really were just well, a crap load of stories I was telling myself to
Right.
stay stuck.
Right. Okay. Well, you know, I know that a lot of people say, "Oh my gosh, if I only could start over again, if I could only, you know, move from here 10 years ago and change the course of my life based off of what I know now." I'm sure there would be a lot of different things going on in this world, but what would you actually tell your younger self?
I would tell my younger self to always follow your heart and do what brings you the most joy. I would also tell her to listen to her gut feeling, to listen to her intuition and follow through. Um, and then also to just do what makes you happy.
Yeah.
When you follow that bliss, follow that joy, follow what makes you happy, there's really magical things that just start to happen that may not when you're just doing what other people think you should do. So I guess in short, it would be don't listen to society and what people think you should do. Follow
Mhm.
what makes you happy.
I love that. And you know, how well, okay, I just want to ask you this question because I think that maybe someone that's watching right now would probably have the question about their intuition.
Yes.
Like, how would they know that it's their intuition that, you know what, I shouldn't be the lawyer like my dad wanted me to be. Instead, I want to be this librarian, whatever, whatever
Mm.
it's telling them. How would you determine?
Okay, so when you're receiving an intuitive message, it never makes you feel bad. Never ever will it make you feel bad. It may tell you to not walk down that dark alley because it wants you to stay safe, but it will never make you feel small. It will
Hmm.
never make you feel less than. Also, when you are following your intuition, what's telling you that it's your intuition and not your ego is that
Hmm.
it feels expansive. So if becoming a lawyer feels small and contracting and kind of makes you hunch down a little bit, but
Hmm.
yet thinking about becoming a librarian makes you just flourish and get excited, that's your intuition telling you that that would be better suited for your soul, for your heart, for you.
Nice. Okay. So I hope everyone is paying attention. If you were ever, confused and didn't really know what your intuition was, that's what it is. I love that. Now, a question, actually, I have two more questions for you.
Mm-hmm.
And so let's say that the woman that's watching right now, she's stuck, right? She didn't listen to her intuition, and instead she started following what her parents or her friends or her spouse told her that what she should do. I know that a lot of people find themselves in a rut, like let's just say a family, a marriage,
Mm-hmm.
and that spouse needs that extra financial support, but and the spouse is like, you know what, you should go back to school and become a nurse, right? Whatever, right? So that person is already in the course of going to school, graduated, now they're a nurse and they're miserable and they really feel stuck, so they don't know how to get out. What type of advice could you give that person so that they can take charge of their life again?
Um, what I would suggest is to start to change the way you think, is to start to look at things in a more positive way.
Mhm.
Look for things to be grateful for. Look for things working out the way that you want. So when you start spending more time thinking, this is working out great for me, or I had a wonderful discussion with so and so, or you know what, they took me out for lunch. It was a wonderful lunch, or I had help taking out the garbage. That
Mhm.
starts to get your mind looking for more positive aspects in your life. And
Mhm.
as you start to do that, then things start to shift. The energy starts to shift. So focusing on positivity, focusing on what it is you do want, and
Mhm.
spending less time focusing on how rough things are or how bad your job is will shift the energy, because the universe will bring you what you focus your attention upon. So
Right.
as difficult as it may be, retraining your mind to look for more positive things, aspects, experiences will help to shift.
Nice. Nice. So like attracts like.
Yes.
Got it. Got it. Got it. Okay. Now, this is a question that I've actually been starting to ask my guests because, as you know, my background is in marketing.
Mm-hmm.
And I really find it fascinating that if a woman is in business for herself, I find it fascinating that they figure out what that one marketing technique is that actually helps them to just bust out the closet, if you will, and started building momentum, and people started seeing them as a real business, and money started coming in. They really started to experience success as being a business owner. So what
Mm-hmm.
I would like to know is, can you think of the one or however many it took for you, that marketing technique that actually helped you to break out and be seen?
The marketing technique that helps me to break out would be providing people with good, solid advice in the form of, quote cards or posts or emails or challenges, and how they can do something. So the how to's, how can you use, for instance, crystals to help calm your body? How
Yes.
can you use, energy work to send that out in front of you and have a great experience? So tools and processes on how to um, blend the metaphysical energy work stuff with real life is what really works for me.
Okay. And and I'm totally assuming, but I just feel that with the business that you're in, I think for some it's really intriguing. They've probably been taught it was taboo to talk about things like that, and so it's more like
Mhm.
a I just got to see, I got to check this out, and then as I know personally, it's totally not that. It's not that at all, and you are really great at what you do. You've really helped me tremendously, and I can't even say that enough. I can't even
Oh,
think of
thank
the
you.
word that really describes on how much you've helped me personally and professionally. So,
Oh,
yeah. So thank you very much. So I'm
welcome.
sending a virtual hug your way. But Jackie, I would really love it if you can tell people how to get in contact with you.
Okay, you can find me online at www.enchantedharmony, all one word, .ca. Also, I am on Facebook, so if you type in Your Enchanted Harmony, you will come up with my Facebook page and you can connect with me there.
Awesome. Awesome. Oh yeah, and she's in Canada and I'm in
Yeah.
Texas. How about that, right? International. Well, thank you so much, Jackie. I always enjoy talking with you, learning from you, laughing with you, and so it's really an honor to have you here as a guest. So thank you again, and please, y'all, make sure that you go and find Jackie online, and I hope to see you again next week. So y'all take
Oh.
care. I'll talk to you later.
Thanks, Natasha.
You're welcome. Bye bye.
Bye.
Healing begins when we make a conscious shift to do so. Make a shift with Chakrawanda at chakrawanda.weebly.com. Get weight loss and cleansing off to a fast start with the 9-day supply of the Cleansing and Fat Burning System. You may experience greater energy, weight loss boost, improved muscle tone, balanced digestion, reduced cravings. Find it at rectorwellness.com.